It is a great pleasure to join friends, family, and alumni of Yeshivat Lech HaTorah to have a little Torah's Eretz Yisrael. This week's Parsha, Parshat Lech Lecha. Avram Avinu is given the tzivoy, is giving the command, Lech Lecha l'Artzecha. The Medrash Rabbah says there are two times there is Lech Lecha. The second, Lech Lecha, Har Moriah, asked him to go up to the mountain and sacrifice his son. And the Medrash says, I'm not sure which one is Chaviv Alecha Rishon or Hasheni. Which one is more important, more cherished to the Rabbanu Shalom? Said from the Sio Shalom, the great Shlomo Rebbe, isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious that the second one is much more cherished than the first one? He is sacrificing a son he davened for 100 years to have a child, to his wife Sarah, who couldn't have children. And now he's being asked in his last test to go ahead and to kill that son. Isn't that more cherished? Says in the Sio Shalom, quite possibly not. You see, the Lech Lecha l'Artzecha is the daily challenge we have every single day. He quotes the Arizal who says, a person's challenge is different for each person. God has a goal for you. He wants you l'taken alav b'malchut shakai. He wants you to change the world. Only you can do that in a unique way. And it is the daily activity that in front of the Rabbanu Shalom is so important and is different for each person. The Lech Lecha is the halicha, the moving every day and being better. It's not enough to end the day and say, well, I did everything I was supposed to do. I davened 3 times a day. I did mitzvahs, I did chesed, I said brachos. But what did you do to change the world? That's your Lech Lecha. Never stay the same. You have to keep moving and pushing and killing it every day. That is the ultimate lesson of Lech Lecha. The second one, of course, is quite noteworthy and teaches us Ma'aseh Avosim Labanim. And we all will have a challenge in our life that is unbelievable, whether it's, God forbid, illness in a family or something even more grave, but that's a one-time challenge. The challenge of every day might be even more so, even more challenging. And that's why Lech Lecha is Chaviv to Rabbanu Shalom. That Artzecha, Mibetz Avicha, that always to be moving, is very important. And we live in a generation where it's great to just be who you are and it's okay, stay who you are. No, you have to keep moving. Judaism is about that. What have you done today? There's a great story told of Rav Bitterman. It was a halachic shaila that was sent to the great Rav Nissen Karelitz, Zecher Tzadik Avrach, who passed away 2 weeks ago, the great Dayan, who was asked about 4 people in an elevator. And there's a sign that says only 4 people. Don't use any, again, nobody else can go in. And 2 people crush their way in, and the door closes, and of course it gets stuck. And the elevator doesn't move, it needs to be fixed. Who has to fix it now? Who has to pay for it to be fixed? Says Rav Nissen Karelitz, you'll never guess. It's not the 2 people who went in last. You know who it is? The person who pushed the button. He should have known better. Says Rav Bitterman, in only the way that he can, what a great mashal. You gotta press the button. You just had Rosh Hashanah, you just had Yom Kippur, and you made all these ideas, resolutions. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here, yes, but you know what? You got to press the button. The only way you're going to move up in Ruchnius is if you move up by pressing the button, by doing the action each day, changing Lech Lecha. And that, the great Satmar Rebbe says, is the difference between the person on top of the escalator and on the bottom of the escalator. You know how the person's on top of the escalator? One little thing. He just moved his foot to get onto that escalator. A small movement is what the Rabbanu Shalom wants of us, to change just a little bit every single day. That is the Lech Lecha, and that is Chaviv to the Rabbanu Shalom, the daily actions that we perform. And with that, we should be Zoicha to the true Lech Lecha l'Artzecha, to recognize the greatness of our land of Israel, the greatness of Torah mitzvos, and to change the world, l'taken alav b'malchut shakai.